Hello, thank you very much. My name is Clementina Aino. I developed a mobile money app about 3 years ago as part of Equals EU Bridging the Gender Gap. And it's taken quite a while to take off in one developing country that I focus on. And there's quite a lot of challenges, obviously. So given the gender gap, given the fact that there's AI as well, which means that a significant proportion of women, millions, are going to be unbanked, I'd like to know how we can overcome these barriers, because one of these barriers is the mobile phone ownership, as well as data costs. And there's quite a lot of...
Thank you. I want to speak to that. Go to the next question.
Yes, sorry, yeah. There's quite a lot of research that sort of says these are key barriers. So regardless of how much money we spend on research, if they haven't got those two, that's a problem. So I'd like to speak to panel members to sort of try and find out how we can scale this in another country, because it did win... was finalist at Financial Alliance for Women last year. So,
thank you. Thank you. We'll connect that later. I see 2 hands at the back. Go from the... Okay. Yes. My friend on Parametrics.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Harry. I represent the Natural Disaster Fund, which is an impact fund capitalised by the governments of the United Kingdom and Germany, with a focus on providing and building resilience to natural disasters, global warming, extreme weather events to countries in the global south. It's been very encouraging to hear the comments from the panelists, especially from the World Banking, about trying to support and drive financial inclusion efforts. I'm very interested to hear ways in which us as members from the insurance sector, particularly in the UK joint governments, how the funds that we have that we can deploy to help communities that are often overlooked and underserved, how we can engage, perhaps not necessarily at either a micro or macro level, but maybe that middle ground being a meso level, how we can work together with counterparts to assist them in supporting their borrowing activities and to support those communities that can be impacted by natural disasters.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know we had a conversation earlier, and governors been paying attention. We paid a visit yesterday at Lloyd's, so there's a conversation that we can have there. Carry on, please, sir.
Thank you so much. The MD, Power Bank, I look at technology as right now not being an enabler but the job itself. But I want to introduce this house into the advanced effects of technology. We no longer have receptionists in companies. They are being taken over by machines. We no longer have call centers in telecom industries. Machines have taken the jobs. So the rate at which unemployment is coming up should be of worry or should be of concern to all of us sitting here. Yes, technology is there, but governments are going to have issues at the rate at which technology is taking over jobs from humans. So where efficiency outcompetes human welfare, I think all of us should have
No, thank you. We have a few responses to that. I saw faces. One more comment, then we can move back to the panel.
Hello, my name is Teresa Cheng, and my question is around trade finance. We are a growing company, and at the present, we are in a situation where we are looking to secure trade finance. And my question to you is the sheer cost of trade finance. So, for example, if you had a supplier 200 and your buyer is 250, you have a profit of 50. If you calculate the total cost of the trade finance and the invoice finance, comes to almost 90% of your profit. So how can small businesses survive or grow with this kind of facility? Are there any ways of reducing all the financing facilities and insurances? Question number 2. Finding credit finance or trade finance for suppliers in Africa is a problem. How do we secure trade facilities for trade between UK and Africa? Because most of the insurance companies or finance companies say that African businesses do not have credibility that can be checked online platform. and they're just not touching them. Those are my two questions.
Thank you. The answer to the second one, I know it's a conversation we had yesterday with the governor at Lloyd's, so there's work being done there.
Yes, my question goes to the MD of Parish Bank. You talk about how scalable is it? How many people have used it so far, and what are the volumes like?
Thank you. Let's, okay, make it short, then we can come. I like that we're having the interaction.
Thank you. My one is still goes to Mr. Kakeeto, the CEO of PostBank. I've had issues with your bank in particular. Some of us who are diaspora, we release money, and when I send my grandma money through Western Union, there are always long queues, or else the network is not on. She's told to come back the next day, and I want to be specific, the branch in Mbari is doing badly. So you better address that. Thank you.
Noted, and I'm sure Julius will respond and act on landing in Kampala. You've commented in front of his boss as well, which is not very good. So he has no choice but to respond.
Thank you very much. The Deputy Governor is here, so I don't want to be marked the wrong way. But on a more serious note, we'll look into that issue. But if I look at a bank like Power Bank, personally, when I joined, and we're talking about technology, 80% of the transactions used to happen over the counter. That's why you used to witness the long queues. Today, transaction volumes have multiplied by 5 times. But the transactions that are at the counter are 9%. 91% is digital. So for us, the conversation about a branch is very questionable, because with digitalization and digitization, the conversation is changing. So you're bringing more people on board without necessarily having that thing called a branch. You don't have to come to a branch. But again, the same conversation, there's a question around the WND. How scalable? In about 2 years, 1.4 million customers are already on WND. It has more customers than the original bank of PostBank that had out 1 million customers. So you can see the speed at which this grows, the digital bank. And we are currently on a mission to have a branch, an agent at every parish. So that's over 10,000 parishes in Uganda. Meaning once you have a WND, you can cash in or cash out at a parish level. So it's a national bank. It's everywhere. We want to make it very.
I'm going to invoice you for advertising.
Yeah, but let me respond to the question around mobile money.
Governor wants Mbale.
I need to get into the specifics of Mbale branch. Yeah, but the issue of mobile money being expensive, one of the delegates raised that issue. If you look at the statistics in Uganda today, out of a population of 46 million, 33 million phone accounts do exist, mobile phone accounts. 33 million, which is 3 times the number of bank accounts that exist. And I'm saying this because I double hat also, I chair Uganda Bankers Association, so we track some of these things. So it's 3 times. Where do you start if you want to bring everyone on board? You have to go to what the public has already endorsed and adopted, which is the mobile phone. Chances are you'll be able to reach everyone instead of going for the traditional brick and mortar of the account.
I have a small comment. I don't know. I couldn't let you excuse me if what I'm going to address has already been addressed. Now, my sister is here. She's our
She's the head of state,
in charge of East African affairs. Now, I'm very glad that Honorable Rebecca Katada is here. In her presentation you had, when she was presenting here, that one of the problems that we have is, let me put it this way. I told you in the morning, let me begin like this. I told you in the morning that our economies, for example, the Ugandan economy is 100% liberalized. Our financial and capital accounts 150% liberalized. Now, when it comes to trade, it is not the case. The key instruments of global economic governance are not liberalized the way our capital and financial council are liberalized. In the English language, let's say, talk in the English language. In the English language, is that when I'm doing business, especially with UK, with US markets, European Union markets, the way you are doing business, for example, EU and Uganda, is not that you can say what you want. She told you. You need rules of origin, you need guarantees, you need all these key instruments of this economic. And so, for me, in terms of digitalizing this process, I don't know what we can do to ensure that the way we ourselves have liberalized these markets, you can bring your money, nobody's going to stop you. The assumption was that also we can trade, nobody's going to stop you. But people stop you. People stop you. Don't think that what you want to save, you can actually save it. You go to Sainsbury, just go to Sainsbury, Tesco, or these powerful supermarkets here. You cannot sell there anything that you actually want. And what is there in that supermarket is not that what we, for example, want to sell there in Uganda is of lesser quality than what you are having there. I can give example, for example, bananas, but because of rules of origin, as you were saying, guarantees and so on. So how do we harmonize this process? It's also very, very important. Then lastly, on the issue of, that was on trade, on the issue of banking, Julius, and they're telling you Bali branch and so on and so forth. For us, we are very to you now. This Julius is in charge of Parish Bank, has been PostBank, it's a government bank. We have got 22 commercial banks, and 3 of them are government, and is managing one of them, the government banks. Others are private, 19 of them are private banks. Now, the problem also, which we have solved for you and the officer, is that supervision, bank supervision, and I want you to come and do business with us. This is very serious business. We have now developed parameters for SupTech. We want supervision to be digital. We have digitalized supervision. We want real-time data. These people, the way they give us data on supervision is that if I'm going to ABSA and Power Bank, they are up to them. It is up to them to. I'm a supervisor of that commercial bank. Can you imagine? It's up to them to give me the information